As many of you would know, I've been catching Barra professionally for decades, and at this point, it almost feels like breathing. But there's one fish out there that I've never caught in all my years as a guide, the Saratoga.
They're on.
Stick around and watch this old dog struggle with something completely new and find out what makes Saratoga fishing so special.
What do you got? Oh, no.
So we've come up to the tablelands behind Cairns, and I'm catching up with my mate Kim Andersen from Kim Andersen Sports Fishing. We've got his mate Terry. Terry's a biologist, and he's actually responsible for putting Saratoga in these lakes to begin with.
I rang him up a few months ago saying when these fellows first approached me about operating up here, and I said, "Oh, Terry, I vaguely remember there might be Saratoga up in the wetlands." He goes, yeah, I stocked them. And I'm going, "Oh, yeah," but I don't know if they survived. I said, "Oh, they survived all right." So I couldn't wait to invite him back up here to come and see the fruits of his labour.
Cool. I'm looking forward to the day because, we can make some comparisons against them in Barramundi, I suppose, can't we?
Yeah.
So another freshwater fish, that same kind of habitat. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get our boots on. Well, you guys are right, and I've got to put mine on.
No, let's go do it.
Yeah, we'll go for a bit of a walk through the bush and have a look at these other little lakes.
Oh, well, got a little bit of off-road driving in there, Ryan?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Just the truck out again. It's been a while since I've put shoes on. Anyway, trudge through the grass a bit, play it safe.
Yeah, so we've just come over one of the first waterhole, and we just pulled up a little bit short. We don't want the fish to sense that we're here with the vehicle, right? Because the track goes right past the first little lake here, so we're just going to sneak up on them.
All right, mate, I probably need a little bit of hand holding with this. So what sort of lures are we going to use, mostly?
All right, so traditionally people think of, topwater lures for Saratoga. They've got their eyes on top of the head, so topwater is obviously a really good way to go. Mm-hmm. However, the hookup rate and probably more the landing rate of togas on topwater is extremely low. I think we were 1 from 30 the first trip up here, tearing our hair out. And then the next one I went 15 from 17 when I switched over to using a paddle tail, rig weedless still, just with a very small sinker on it. And they'll work like a frog across the top of the lilies. Mm-hmm. But when you get and keep your rod tip up, when you get to the edge of the lilies and they go over the edge where the water drops off, you just drop your rod tip, stop winding for a sec, let them sink down, let them fall down a little bit, and just start a really slow roll back. Bang. When you get the bite, the main thing is, same as with barras, don't lift your rod tip, side strike them, probably, and more wait till the weight comes on. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll feel the bite.
Like a delayed reaction.
And then a bit of a hook set, but not too savage. Sort of, And then you'll
a bit like using circle hooks bottom fishing.
It's hard. It's hard.
Don't smash them straight away.
It's hard not to smash them. But as you'll see today, there's 1,000,001 ways to lose them.
Well, I'm looking forward to it either way, mate. So, awesome. I might try the shad first. Probably gets pretty close to resembling some of their natural food, I suppose.
Yeah, the rainbows and stuff. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. We'll rig one of these guys up first.
And that one's already got a bit of weight on the bottom, so you don't need to put a small weight on the front.
Don't have to put a sinker on or nothing. All right, we'll give that guy a run first. See how we go. This is a little plastic that the guys up in Cooktown swear by up there for barras and things and the billabongs and stuff. So
that'll work.
Yeah, definitely.
Use that on the next one.
I grabbed a few while I was up there at the lure shop. I haven't given them a run yet, so
that'll good.
Yeah. We'll give them a go.
Yeah, that'll work. Probably one of the prime spots there, as with barra fishing on a point. Yep. So over there on that point there, you can get as far as you can get it past that point. That's sort of a prime holding spot there.
Okay. Getting used to casting these light lures again.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I should have brought me a little spin rod.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason they like to hang there is that the bait fish have got to come around the point. So as with any fish, it's an ambush spot.
Oh.
We had to hit?
Yep. My first hit.
Yeah, so today I'm hoping one of us at least catches one, but if what Kim says is true, there's plenty here. And just see what has become of this place. It's kind of, I guess I'm getting towards the tail end of my career now after starting all those years ago, and it'd be really interesting to see how it's all turned out. I guess it's, I was involved with some other people, but it's kind of a bit of a legacy situation where you just wonder, is this what I leave behind? When we did it, back then I was quite terrified. We used to set gill nets in the middle of the night on these lagoons out in the Gulf and, amongst the crocodiles and everything else. But the guy I was with assured me that we wouldn't get eaten. I don't think I'd do it today. I'm a bit older and wiser now.
Righto, just a couple of little nips there. They're a little bit tentative at the moment, but we're still pretty early in the morning. And we've had a lot of overcast conditions, but hopefully starting to break up a little bit now. And it's just like any kind of learning curve. You just don't know what happens with some of these fish. Maybe they're just going to require that sun to come up a little bit more, so they might be a bit better around midday and when we get a bit more warmth on the surface of the water. Anyway, we're going to head to another one now, another little pond, and see how that goes. I noticed those couple of bites I had, it's just short and sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little, it's a dunk, isn't it? Yeah, a little dunk.
Similar to a barra, I suppose. Like when you miss one on a plastic, it's you still feel that short, sharp.
And quite often, like a barra tends to be like a double tap.
Yeah.
On the plastics on these, sometimes you get dunk, 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 and then eventually you come tight.
You come tight.
Yeah.
You know what's going to be the hardest thing for me?
Yeah.
Not striking straight away.
Absolutely. You bet. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go do it. Let's go to the next one. So we've got a little bit of a short walk through a bit of tall grass. I'm fairly sure after the dry season this is burned off, it's much easier, but as we had a really big wet this year.
Insane, isn't it?
Oh, ridiculous. So,
all right.
Yeah. All right, let's go do it.
Let's go scrub bashing for a bit.
Yeah.
We'll let Stephen go last because the crocodiles always take the last person.
Yeah. All right, with the wind that we've got today, we'll probably fish the far bank, so we'll walk down this way and get around the other side and we'll work our way up.
Cool, mate, so we can cast with it a bit.
Yeah, get the wind behind us, yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
So what sort of depth we got in here, mate?
Oh, there's only a couple of feet of water in this one.
Yeah.
So the deeper part's over there, so we'll get the wind behind us so we can cast out into the middle of it.
Cool, that's where a lot of fish might be aggregated.
Yeah.
Cool.
When it's a bit calmer, you can see the bow waves going around out there.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, she's pretty windy today.
Yeah.
Hence we haven't been offshore in ages.
Yeah. A lot of fish life in here, as you can see, a lot of bait.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
There's a few bony bream in here.
Bony bream, that's what I was thinking
Yeah, but mainly rainbows, yeah.
Like you say, mate, we are on the full moon today, so it's a bit of research and development too, I guess, to see what they do around the full moon.
Yeah, I've never been here on a full moon. Everything's new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No. It's all a learning process.
It certainly is, especially for a Gumby like me.
And me. Yeah.
All right, let's have a crack here. Oh, just missed that one.
When he gets from none from about 20, then he should be, the odds are that he'll probably catch one.
Oh, yep. Oh, dropped him. Not to worry. Good sign. None from 4. Oh yeah. Nice one. Got him.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Nice.
Down low. Ron, keep
nice and low?
Yeah, keep it low to the side, yep.
It's hard not to strike straight away, is it?
Oh yeah.
You gotta get a bit aerial. Nice jumpers.
Cool.
Cool. What a beautiful fish.
Yeah, just slide him up. Yeah, we'll just get him up there. Yep, all right.
Okay, mate, I'll just leave him in the shallows there for a minute.
Yep.
Well, mate, I can see what you mean by their eyes fall back into their head, eh?
Yeah, no, they're a unique looking fish, aren't they?
Wow.
Beautiful spots on them. And
Stunning. First one I've ever had in my hands.
it only took you 5 to get one. That's
Yeah, I
good.
know.
You did really well. Yeah.
Lovely. All right, mate, we'll get a tag anyway. And
I'll sweat it
sounds great, because that way you can follow them around the water holes.
Yep.
See where they've travelled to.
Absolutely.
I'll just put him back in the water there for a minute.
Yep.
What are they like as far as durability?
Oh, extremely tough.
Good?
Tough as nails, yeah. 65 centimetres, that's a nice first one.
Beautiful. What's the biggest one you've caught in here so far, mate?
89. Yeah, so we're just going to tag this one. We'll tag a few today.
Sure, mate.
Just to get an idea on bloody growth rates and
if they move
around, then start to get some data together.
Fantastic. Yep. Well, I finally get my name on the Saratoga tag card.
Not bad. Double check, 06.
06?
Yep.
Right to go back?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, Kim's going to release my first Saratoga, 65 centimetres. Get him back out there. They're pretty hardy.
There he goes. See you,
Lovely.
buddy.
So just like a barramundi, mate, you can drop them from a 10-storey building and they'll still swim away.
Yeah, we'll try and be careful with them, but they're fairly hardy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's good. That's
All
good
right,
to
well
know.
done. Well done.
Awesome.
I've come down to this spot. The reason being, you can see there's a weed bed out in the middle, so all the prawns and fish and everything that's in this lagoon will be in that area. So the Saratoga will be patrolling up and down along those edges. So, you know, obviously up along this side where there's a bit of structure as well, a little bit of shade where they can sit, and they patrol that outside edge of that weed bed. So it's going to work that for a little bit. They're on. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Saratoga.
Can be a frustrating fish.
Yeah, you think you've got them on, you had that one on for a good amount of time, did one jump, final jump, and threw the lure. Saratoga fishing. Only one thing to do, cast again.
Righto, I'll just change lures just to see how things go, even though the little green and silver shad I had was working pretty well so far. I've got more bites than the other lures at the moment. Anyway, I just want a bit of contrast this time, a bit of dark and light, and see how that goes. There's been a few rolling on the surface and a few bow waves, but they're still not quite on the job just yet. I think around the full moon, if they're a bit like other species, they might have those shorter bite periods, but they'll be aggressive during that short bite period. Whereas closer down to the woods of quarter moons, you've got a good chance to catch them all day. And I find that's a bit of a trend with a lot of fish. So anyway, time will tell. We're just going to move around and try these pockets and holes and bits and pieces. And hopefully, sooner or later, they'll come on and we'll have a really good session on them. But anyway, I'm 1 from 7 so far. See if I can improve on that.
It's gone quiet for me now. I seem to have had a nice hook up on a fish that ran for maybe 15, 20 metres and then got off like everyone else's. So I'm none from 2 so far, but everyone else is doing better than I am. Yeah, so I'm just trying here because the wind's really strong and it's blowing through a small gap, which in the lake creates like an artificial current or like a flow. So I was wondering where the fish might congregate at this little bit of flow here. And also there's a small snag. Well, I can see the top. It could be a very large snag. And I'm just out there. So I'm just trying to bring my lure back before past this point.
Come on. my retrieve's a bit better. There we go. Ballast number 2 out of 15. I'm not doing too bad for a beginner. I found out from the last fish, I thought they might have been a little bit like barramundi and not have many teeth, but they do have a couple of really sharp little teeth. Another one.
Oh, that's great. Ah, dang it.
Oh well, no photo for you.
Yeah, so I'm a bit more pumped now. I've caught a couple of fish. Had to jump off at least 4 before I finally got one, but yeah, quite exciting now. I'm going to keep moving around, see if I can catch another one.
Oh, you've ripped it up, Terry.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Gee whiz. And I just sat down.
Yeah, I know.
I gave you the rod and you caught 2 and 2 casts and I've jumped about 5 off. Haven't caught one yet. See, that one's a bit ripped up, so we'll just change that one out. As you can see, they do tear them up a little bit, so you always got to have a few spares. These ones with the screw in, you can't really use those really stretchy type plastics because the spring doesn't actually go into the plastic, so you've got to use these slightly softer ones for that. Everything's sitting nice and straight, worked like a beauty now. All right.
I have noticed that today, instead of them being spread out and really aggressive and coming close to the surface, we've been catching them in one little pocket here and one little pocket there, and they're all in their different size range. Now that's exactly what Barra do after the first cold snap as well, and I wonder if there's any merit to that. I guess time will tell, I suppose. Yeah, we'll find out, yeah, because over there, if I cast, you know, I had like a 2 metre strip and I had 20 bites and got those 3 fish, and
the same thing happened just here.
for you, yeah.
I could cast that way or that way, not get a bite, cast in the same spot. One after the other.
Exactly, yeah, it's so weird.
It is unusual. That's their behaviour, as far as I knew, wasn't that they'll school. They're usually a solitary fish.
Maybe that's in some, anyway, time will tell, but maybe that's a summertime trait with warmer water, because 2 days ago we had that really cold snap come through, even though it's slightly warmed up again now, but that water's still pretty cool. Yeah. So I guess Kim will find out during the winter what goes on. Yeah, I'm going to come back up with my fly rod though. Oh, yeah. That'll be good fun.
Day would be lovely.
Yeah, we've got atrocious conditions today, but we're still doing all right. We're having a bunch of fun. Yeah. That's it. All right, let's get another.
So we've just walked around the lake and we've just come over here and I've just jumped one off again and the boys are spread out a little bit. Oh, hang on, Ryan's got one on over there now. That'd be right. Yeah.
Number 4, everyone else is over the other side. Beautiful, lovely fish. Let's bring him up here where it's a bit closer to the water. Oh, another one bites the dust. Good little fish, up around that 68 again. All around the same size in this pond here today, all in that one area. We're all grouping up. Lovely. I caught him just down there in that same spot. They all seem to be grouping up today, whereas normally they spread out a fair bit. But all I can put it down to is that cold snap, and that water is pretty cold. That was our first cold snap of the year 2 days ago. So they just might have a few of the habits of the barramundi. We'll see.
Yeah, I think I've had pretty close to 20 bites and I've had about 8 or 9 hooked up and I've jumped a few off and just pulled hooks and it's just a normal BTD, bad toga day. Yeah. That's what kind of makes them fun to chase. They're not the world's biggest fish, but they're very difficult to keep on, so that makes a really good challenge. We'll just about do a few more and then we'll we'll cut for the, go for the main lake, yep.
Well, for a change, I'm the lucky one, but I've lost count of the number of bites. Absolutely insane. So the days when they're feeding that little bit better, be some crazy sessions here. Anyway, I've got 5, I'm happy. Absolute ball.
Well, since I was successful in catching fish, I've been very unsuccessful in catching fish, and I just dropped another one. So probably another hour's gone by, and I haven't been able to land a fish since. Yeah, so I've snuck over here trying to get away from the other crew, hoping I'd get in some a sneaky spot amongst the bush here, but I managed to jump one off, and that's it.
Last cast, and we'll start making our way back to the car. We might go and do some boating.
Hasn't jumped yet, eh? Oh, bad luck, mate. They are a frustrating fish at times. Righto, we've made our way back from the other lakes, done a bit of land base this morning, had a ball. We've got a quick half an hour's left, so we just thought we'd duck in the boat quickly out here, see if we can get a couple of toga, and there are some big barra here as well. Anyway, we might be lucky. We're just going to give it a quick go, so let's go and see what we can catch.
Yeah, so this is the main boat I use for guiding. This one's a 5.2 metre Integra. It's very stable, a lot of fun. And I've got a smaller one for a 4.5 metre one, and it's really good for getting right up the top of the rivers when I'm doing like the sooties and jungle perch, that sort of gig, and when there's some few dodgy boat ramps on a few of those rivers there.
So, mate, I believe there is a few barra in the main lake here, and they were stocked by somebody about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah. Well, we've been fishing for Saratoga here, obviously, and we kept seeing these big things on the side scan and on the live, and eventually they're barramundi.
Yeah, cool.
And anyway, eventually we got a couple of them to bite, and we've seen the big ones roll at the side of the boat.
Right. Yeah,
and
right.
So yeah, no, they're definitely here.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Even though they won't be able to breed, they'll all just be growing up, and they'll just get to a big size eventually, and probably eventually die out, I suppose.
Yeah, but 20 years later.
20 years later.
Yeah. And well over a metre.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're just going to give it a quick half an hour just to see if we can sneak in a barra or two, and the guys might even get another couple of togas. But anyway, getting towards the end of the day, so you never know, we might get one on the vinegar stroke.
Yeah, we're just going to go along this windy edge, fish the outside edge of this weed bed.
Righto, mate.
Yeah. That's where I've found all the barras, pretty much along that edge there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to give this a quick crack with the barra. So I've upgraded my leader, and got a big paddle tail on now. It's a little bit different to the lures we use for the togas. So let's get these lures in here and see if we can get one.
I have seen them out in the middle here first thing in the morning. I've seen 2 of them. I thought they were crocodiles or barras swimming around. Yeah, I've just spotted the barra. He's just over here, just there on the screen. Got him?
Come on.
What do you got? Oh, no.
Swimming at me. I wasn't ready for it. No. Oh.
Dang it.
Bang, that was
the right one?
That was the right one. That was a barra. Anyway, typical. I was just chatting to the boys, looking away. Bang, nice barra swam at me and spat the hook. Yeah, that was a barra. Anyway, try again. Righto.
Toga.
Little toga. He's eating the paddle tail.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's not that little either.
Nice, not that little. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, he's a good one.
Yeah, good toga.
Cool. Well, here I am chasing barra. I get another toga.
Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there we go. I put a big paddle tail on to try and catch one of these big barra and I end up with another toga. Not a bad one. Now, well, I did lose a big barra before. He swam at me. Awesome. All right, we'll get him back in the drink, eh?
Nice toga.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
God, look at those eyes. Look how far recessed those
know.
eyes
Must
are.
be something to do with how they feed or something, eh?
Yeah,
Or
very protective of their
protective.
eye.
Yeah, very protective.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this guy back. There he goes. See you later, mate.
Ah, good.
Beautiful.
Ah, good
I thought it was another Barra then for a second.
Yeah.
using the bigger lures, I thought, yep, another one.
Yep.
Anyway, not to worry, it's still a great fish.
Happy days. Yeah.
After releasing that Saratoga, the fishing started to back off. We're getting less and less bites as we got into the afternoon. Anyway, it was only a quick run on the dam, but I will come back and have a go another time when we've got a little bit more time up our sleeve.
Well, Kim, mate, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. That was an absolutely a cracker day. We know we lost a few, but that's just the nature of Saratoga.
Oh, you've got to get used to that, otherwise it'll do your head in.
Yeah, I mean, some days you get more than others, but
For some, particularly today.
hook up rate, yeah.
No,
But I tell you what, this will be a great little subsidiary of your other business. You mean you do the barra fishing in the creeks and rivers and the sooties and well, that's sort of stuff south of Cairns there and that.
Yeah.
And then you can come up here and tangle with some togas the next day, and you've got the accommodation here if people want to spend a bit of time. And
Yeah.
mate, it's a great little place. I think you're on a real winner here. So guys, if you'd like to tangle with a toga, give Kim a call. Kim Andersen Sports Fishing charters the website, and same as Facebook. I can't recommend this enough. This is a beautiful little area. So if you like this little video and you'd like to see more, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook and Insta. And if you only want some special tips we send out by email only, head on over to our website, ryanmoodifishing.com, and sign up for free email updates. Get into the great outdoors, keep tangling with togas, and we'll see you next time.